Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Monday. We've got one more week until Thanksgiving. I am super excited, mostly because I get 2 days off from work, so hopefully y'all get some time off as well. We are going to be playing The Precinct today. It came from Gamefly, so it is our next Gamefly game to play. It is a game where you play as a officer and you walk around and do officer things like arresting people and searching people. And as you can see, I got a giant shotgun, so blasting people in the face with a shotgun. You know, police business. So we're gonna play through that and just have a nice, chill, good morning. A good way to start the day. We are investigating right now a homicide of a guy who we found stuffed with dirty money in his mouth. So he choked on cash, and we've got to figure out who did it and why. All right, we gotta return to the scene of the crime. Honestly, this is the part of the game that I hate the most. Games like this, I just enjoy the cop simulator part. So like, I don't want to actually do the investigating. I want to pull people over, search them for weapons, write citations, parking tickets. Like I know no one aspires to be a meter maid, and yet here I am wanting to play virtual meter maid. So let's figure out what we can find out from the crime scene, and then we will go back to the actual work we want to do. Let's see what we can find. No one wants to talk to me. Go figure. No one wants to talk to the police. I see these buzzers a lot in video games and stuff, but I've never actually seen one of these buzzers in real life. Like I've never actually seen an apartment complex or something that has like a buzzer in it. I can roleplay Mr. Boss if you roleplay Alan. I have no idea who either of those people are, to be honest. No headlights. A white or cream Ravel. Okay. Now we just gotta go start pulling people over is what we gotta do. We gotta start violating some rights if we're gonna solve this. Smiling Friends. I haven't actually watched Smiling Friends yet, though I've seen that one clip that always goes around with I think Charlie is his name, where like the guy goes up and goes blah, 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 and he says, if you do that again I'm going to punch you, and then he does, and that I absolutely loved that. So I think I would enjoy Smiling Friends, but I haven't actually like sat down and watched it, so I might be missing out on something. But then again, there's also all the people who told me that you gotta watch Hell of a Boss, or I don't remember what the other thing is called now. It's Hell of a Boss, or I can't remember its other name, and that was a terrible watch. So, all right, we're looking for speeders. Let's run some license plates, infringe on some rights. You, what are you doing? He is not speeding. Let's check his license plate. You know what? We're pulling him over anyways. I feel like you're acting suspicious, sir. Let's check your ID. clean. Let's checking for drunk driving. Nothing. All right, well, you're free to go. I was wrong. That's a lawsuit. Another one is Amazing Digital Circus. There are so many people who talked about Amazing Digital Circus, and I watched one episode. I was like, I do not understand why people love Amazing Digital Circus so much. All right, what do we got here? Taxi cab. Let's run some plates. Nothing. The bagel is so good it changes the weather. I have found, oh. Ooh, vehicle theft. Grand Theft Auto. Oh. They're spicy. Let's set up a roadblock. Whoa. Okay, they might get away. They lit my car on fire. What is this? This is called The Precinct. It is a cop simulator. Yeah, Digital Circus is the one with Palmy the little clown. Oh, well, there goes my car. I guess I should have gotten out sooner. But Hero Bagels have like one gram of carbs and a ton of fiber, and they taste delicious. They're soft and they're good. I highly recommend them, but they are expensive. But the problem is most bagels are like pure sugar. So having a bagel that is not pure sugar is very excellent. All right, we got some people robbing the store here. Let's read them our rights. Check some ID. Came back clean, but he's acting suspicious. So let's see if he's got anything hidden, some weapons, some contraband. Nothing illegal. All right, well, we're going to hit you for burglary, and we're going to send you to jail. So have fun with that. Never understand why people like those shows. I don't understand it either, but like the same thing has been said for generations and generations. Like my parents did the same thing. Like I don't understand why one watches Beavis and Butthead or why anyone watches SpongeBob or things like that, right? So like maybe it's just a getting old thing. All right, we got a street fight. Let's go break this up. Hey. All right, that was easy. They're complying. Let's check. See, why were you fighting? You appear aggressive. Also clean. Everyone in this town is clean. What's up with that? Like, this is supposed to be a crime city. No illegal items. They were just fighting. So we're gonna hit you with assault. You didn't evade arrest, so you're going to jail too. Not a very exciting shift so far. People have just kind of been kind of chill. Jonathan's here. Good morning, Jonathan. Things are going good today. It is Monday. We've got one more week until Thanksgiving. Next week is a very short week, so very excited for that. This person has a warrant out for evading arrest, so let's go ahead and exit the vehicle for me, sir. I'm so excited to have 2 days off next week. Super short week. It's gonna be a good time to go out and do some photography. Go do some other things. Oh, they're running. They're running. There's nowhere to go. All right, that's another charge. Now you're getting evading arrest. Have you played GTA 4? I did play GTA 4. I know I'm an odd duck for this, but I enjoyed GTA 4 for the story. I thought Nico's story was really good, and that is pretty much the only reason why I played Grand Theft Auto 4 was the story was really awesome. Gotta get back to work. All right, see you next time, Jonathan. Enjoy work. Have a good day. All right, so he's got a warrant for evading arrest. Nothing else, so we're going to hit you with evading arrest, and then on foot crimes... Oh, you were already evading arrest. All right. Send him to jail. And let's hit him with a little bit of extra spice. Let's take his car, and we're going to go ahead and have that towed. So when he gets out of prison, he's going to have to pay a big fine for that illegally parked car now, too. Just a little bit of salt in the wounds, you know? Just another day in the life of a good city cop. Whoa! Wait a second. This person's parked the wrong way. You're getting a ticket. And we're sending your car to tow for being improperly parked as well. Go ahead and get that car out of my sight, Johnny. Oh, look at that. That person is parked way too close to a crosswalk. If someone was in a wheelchair, they might struggle to get on that crosswalk. So you are too close to a crossing. And we're also going to take your car away. That's what happens. If you break a law in my city, your car gets taken away. We're not playing here. We are cleaning up this city from all these scoundrels. Because I am the law. I can also park on the sidewalk because I'm a police officer. That is justified. All right, shift is over. Let's see. We're one step closer to catching Captain Viper Vega. We're such a good cop. Officer Waffles is out here doing right by the city. We are teaching these punks a lesson. All right, our next shift. We can go on foot, we can do vehicle patrol, we can do towing detail, or we can patrol via helicopter. You know, I like the on foot patrols. You know, I'm a waffle of the people, you know? I like to be out in the mean streets just like everyone else and see what's going on. And eyes to the ground, nose to the wind, seeing what's going on in the world. So let's go see what's going on the streets. I also have some great story time stuff for you today. Two absolutely hilarious kids. I was at Roth's, which is a grocery store in my area, and we were shopping for vegetables, and this kid is walking with his mom, and he's begging his mom, "Can Spider-Man choose?" Oh, this guy's stealing a car. We're on it. "Can Spider-Man choose a vegetable, please?" And finally his mom relents and says, "Yes, Spider-Man can choose a vegetable." And this kid pulls a giant Spider-Man doll out of his pants and is just like, "Spider-Man wants cabbage, and throws the Spider-Man doll onto a giant pile of cabbage. Absolutely hilarious and adorable. So Spider-Man got some cabbage that day. Whoa, guys, my siren is on. You need to get out of the way. And then second kid, when I was at church, I needed to use the restroom, so I wandered into the restroom. And in the stalls was this kid with his dad. And the dad's like, okay, you can go tinkle now. And the kid's just like, no, I'm going to piss because I'm a big boy. And just the way he said that with his whole chest, like he was in it. He was not gonna take no sissy tinkle. He knew what he must do. It was hilarious. The enthusiasm. All right, let's call for some backup. This guy, whoa, backup! Holy cow, that would have been a little bit too violent. This guy's calling me fat. Little does he know that I'm a track star. All right, we just hit that person so hard we bent a steel girder. So that's probably some excessive force. All right, smells of alcohol, warrant for motor vehicle theft, and warrant for burglary. This guy's going away for a long time. He's got narcotics on him. And drunk drive. Ooh, 69 out of 35. Holy cow. Okay, so your possession of narcotics. We have evading arrest. We have a hit and run. We have motor vehicle theft. We have driving under the influence. You know what? We're also going to have you... Let's take him back to his car and have him unlock it and see if we can find some contraband in his truck and hit him with even more charges. We want this guy to get at least 30 years in prison for making me run. You know, he made me do a little exercise, so we're gonna hit him with the big guns. So why don't you stand right there, sir? And we're going to check the back of your trunk as well. What do you got in here? A boombox, a gym bag, a hazard safety sign. Nothing illegal. All right, well, I guess that's clean, but you're still going away for a very long time. Book him. Oh, you know what? Let's also tow his car. Get it out of my sight. All right. On to the mean streets, walking our beat. What can we see? What can the city teach me as we wander through the city and see all these people? Oh, littering. Hold up there, sir. Hold up there. Charles. You're willing to litter. You're probably willing to deal drugs, too. Let's see what you got. Alright. Littering is just, unfortunately, a fine, so he's going to walk away with a $1,500 ticket for littering. See, I think someone's incorrectly parked down here. Let's tow some vehicles. Let's check. Meter is expired. You're getting a ticket. See, these streets are dangerous. Whoa, dude, you're parked way too close to someone else, and you're parked inappropriately. There's a mugging. Let's go solve this problem. Non-lethal force is authorized. That means it's time for shotgun cop. As long as you know it's a respectful shotgun. All right, she's got an illegal weapon there, so that's going to be an added charge. What else you got on you? Shen He. Smells of alcohol, illegal weapon, a library card. All right, we're going to hit you for possession of illegal weapon and mugging. And we're going to bag that gun as evidence for the Jawhead Gang. So this is why we're out here. We're making a difference. Dude, why did you park so close to that guy? Like, you've got this whole street. You don't need to park that close to these people. Can we do some illegal searches in the back of trunks? Like, can we just start popping people's trunks? We cannot. It doesn't allow us to violate the Constitution. Let's see. Whoa. Hey. Alright, you shot me. Why he tried stealing a car while I was literally crossing the street, I do not know. But okay, dude. Hugh Prosky. Wanted for assault. I mean, he shot me, so that makes sense. A crowbar. Alright, so we're going to get evading arrest, assault. We're going to hit you with motor vehicle theft. And we're going to hit you with possession of an illegal weapon. And now this car needs to be towed for crimes. And then this vehicle, you are parked facing the wrong way. That's a ticket. That's paddling. This person's blocking a fire hydrant. That's a ticket. Look at us. We're making the city a better place already. A burglary? Not right now. We are having this vehicle towed for being too close to a fire hydrant. Littering? Hey. Get out of that car. I don't think I can catch him. We might be able to catch him. Hey. Litterbug, stop. We cannot. But you know what we can do? If this guy is parked facing the wrong way, we can issue a ticket for that one. I am so good at being a cop. I just made the city like $50,000 today in tickets and littering fines and tows. Like, I am out here doing... Whoa. This person's out here buying counterfeit Gucci bags. We got a runner. Running fast. All right. Look at that. We got him. Tina Estrada. Now, Tina Estrada called me fat, so we're going to go ahead and add some extra charges. She was originally only counterfeit goods, but, you know, she She was rude to me, so let's see if we can trump up some charges on her. Okay. Nothing illegal there. Counterfeit cassettes. What a lame crime to go to jail over. She's not drunk. So... Oh, apparently excessive force is an instant game over. That's good to know. I lost 25 points for tasing somebody for calling me fat. So good to know the game is realistic in, I guess, some ways. The funny thing though is, like, the punishment for being a bad cop is so laughably small that it's almost realistic to real life. Can't do this. The stream isn't where, like, the stream physically isn't working for you, or this isn't the content for you. Like, I lost 50 experience for tasing that lady inappropriately. And you get 50 experience for writing 1 ticket. So essentially, for doing something completely wrong and inappropriate, you have to write 1 extra ticket to make up for it. Like, that is how laughably small the punishment is. This is called The Precinct. It is a cop simulator game that came out about 2 months ago. All right, Deborah. You're vandalizing things. You're acting suspiciously. You got nothing illegal on you. You surrendered right away. So you know what? We're just going to hit you with vandalism, and that is going to be a $1,000 fine. There you go. But I am taking your spray paint away. Enjoy that ticket. So we got 3 cars in a row here. You are parked backwards, my friend. That is a ticket, and that will make up for... See, we got 100 XP for that. So for tasing that lady, we lost 50 experience, and we just got all of that experience back for writing 1 ticket. Just like real life, cops face no consequences. How realistic is that? What do we got going on over here? This looks a little suspicious going on over here. What do you got going on over here? All right, you're clear. Keep your nose clean. All right, we're gonna learn something else. There's... Oh. I was gonna shoot some rats to clean up the city, but there's a street fight going on, so let's go check that out. Let's go see. Oh, I forgot to say I was responding. Maybe we can still see him. Let's go see. Is that street fight still going on over here? It is. All right, that's one guy. Go catch the other one. He's on foot. He's going slow. Justify deploy a taser. Let's see if we can tase him. Come on. Got him. Oh. All right, we got him. He is now... All right, dude. Now you're getting charged for Grand Theft Auto on top of that. So, was it worth running? Was it worth running and getting tased? Keel Spano. Wanted for assault. Okay. So we're going to add on-foot crimes. We got assault, evading arrest, We have motor vehicle theft or carjacking. All right, where'd that other guy go? We arrested one guy over here and had to leave him to go run. Did he run off? Dude ran off while handcuffed. Hopefully someone calls that in. What did you guys see? We got a hot dog vendor here. Do you have a license to sell hot dogs here, my friend? All right. He's good. He's clean. These people are all parked the right way. There's a fire. We'll leave that fire for someone else. That's not a crime. The fire is not a crime. It's quiet on the streets right now. It's too quiet. Someone's up to no good. Maybe you. Henry, what are you doing? You sure? Alright, that person's clean. For now. My dude. Alright, you're getting off the hook easy because there's a drug deal going on up here. Let's go in the subway. Alright, let's search them. And this is the entire game. This is what you do for hours on end, is you just arrest virtual people. And I don't know why, but it scratches just like the perfect itch. It is a fun gameplay loop. This person's got narcotics on him. So we're going to go ahead and hit you with possession of narcotics, evading arrest, contraband trafficking. All right, let's go find this other person. They were good enough to be patient and wait, so we're probably not going to hit them too hard, you know. As long as they're not holding anything illegal, they'll probably just walk away with a small sentence, maybe 5 years in jail. No infractions. They surrendered. They didn't make me run. Switchblade. Oh. And narcotics. My friend. I'm sorry, but you've got to go away for a long time too. I wanted to help, but sometimes you just can't. Sometimes they can't help themselves, right? Like, what are you supposed to do? Someone has left this hot dog cart unattended, so I will help myself to a free hot dog, as is my right as a New York cop. We're responding to a mugging. Let's go see what we got over here. We got an illegal weapon. Already not looking good for her. That is a big pistol. Hugh Williams. Wanted for evading arrest. He's got some cash on him. That's mine now, a newspaper. All right, you've got possession of a legal weapon. You're wanted for evading arrest and mugging. Book 'em. Could you imagine if police in real life were actually this efficient? Jason's back. Welcome back. Like, I've resolved what, like 3 muggings, caught 2 drug lords, brought like 10 weapons off the street. Like, let's see, one of you is parked the wrong way. I think it's you. I've towed like 10 vehicles that were incorrectly parked. Like, we're making a difference in this city today. Let's go ahead and take that. Hey. Sir, you're acting suspiciously. Good morning, Ben. Robert Weiner. Thinking about getting a cat. All right. You got nothing on you, so you're clean. Get out of my face. It's like if you had 10 police officers. Whoa. All right. This dude wants to play. Boom. Headshot with the shotgun. Oh, there's still someone running over there. My dad says hi? What is that supposed to mean? Guy's trying to hide in a dumpster? I've never seen someone try and hide in a dumpster. All right, well, what was going on over here? Why did you just randomly start shooting me, Earl? Why did your friend start shooting me? What's going on? No criminal history. Ah, you had some narcotics on you, huh? Okay. Well, you evaded arrest. So we're going to go ahead and send you to jail. Ben, happy poop for 10 jewels. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, now what's this guy's deal? He just randomly came up and said, my dad says hi, and attacked me. I don't even have a car to put this guy in. Actually, you know what? We do. Let's go throw him in the back of this vehicle. Make this someone else's problem. This is called The Precinct. It is a cop simulator game that came out a month or 2 ago, I think. It is kind of like a top-down crime simulator. And this is basically the whole game. You select a shift where you're either on foot, you're in car, you're in a helicopter, or you're towing cars, or you're a meter maid, and you just wander about the city, and a massive amount of crime happens, and your job is to stop all the crime. So, you stop and frisk people, you arrest speeders. These people are selling counterfeit goods. So there's just, and these criminals are extra dumb because they do all the crimes in plain sight of me. And they all wear, like, they're part of the Scorpion gang, so they're wearing Scorpion shirts. Like, I understand that gangs have, like, a uniform in real life where some people wear, like, certain colors, but, like, really having a 1950s greaser jacket for your gang doesn't seem very, very smart. Let's talk about the Steam Machine. How do you feel about what they're calling the console killer? It's gonna 100% depend on price. But here's the thing where I'm cautious about the Steam Machine, because hang on, let me hit this guy. Let's see, you evaded assault and attempted assault and contraband trafficking. All right, you're going to jail. Like, most people who want a stronger machine for playing Steam games and computer games and all that, they're going to either buy a big pre-built PC or they're going to build their own PC. So, I don't know that they're going to get the right niche for that, because I think most people are going to want something stronger, because they said it's what, 6 times stronger than the Steam Deck, but like the Steam Deck's not really all that powerful. So they said it'll run modern games at 60 FPS, and that's about it. I don't think most people want something that weak. So, and like a lot of people who don't want to build their computer or hassle with computers or all those sort of things want the simplicity of the console. So if it's as simple as a console and you really just set it up and it's that easy, it might do well. But here's the thing, is like, as long as PlayStation continues to have exclusives, I'm going to get the PlayStation, right? Like, I can play Steam on basically anything right now, so why do I need a dedicated machine for it when I could have the PlayStation that has all the hot exclusives, right? So I don't personally see a need for it, but I am considering exactly what you said. I'm thinking about getting one and using my PC to stream while the Stream Machine takes the game load. I have heard that using a 2 PC setup for that is really, really awesome, and I have considered doing that exact thing. Only I might do the opposite, since my computer's an absolute monster of a computer, using this computer to hold the load of the game, and then using the Steam Machine to actually like do the streaming and encoding might be a good way to take some of the load off of my PC. So it'll have its niche. I don't know that we need the Steam Machine, but also, like, if they release the Steam Machine, if they release it for less than Xbox's new $1,000 console, they might just be the final. They might just be the final nail in the coffin for Xbox. Like, Xbox has already been struggling so bad, and if Steam comes in with that final killing blow, we might see the end of Xbox. I am interested to see what their VR stuff is, though. Like, I love VR. I want VR to succeed so badly, but every VR helmet that comes out has like 3 good games, and then it gets a bunch of like really cheap garbage games that are all the same. And I don't think VR is going to catch on, and it bums me out. I love VR. I want VR to catch up. I want people to do a bunch of stuff on VR, but I don't think VR is ever going to catch on, and it bums me out so bad, because it's so fun and so good when it works, but until it catches on to like the full mainstream, and until people are putting money and games into it, I just don't think we're going to get any good VR. All right, we're looking for parking violations today. There's one. That's a fire hydrant right there. That's obstructing a fire hydrant. And that's a tow. I have an Oculus Quest 2 that I've had for years. I've probably played it 10 times. Exactly. Everyone buys, like, I bought a PlayStation VR 2 helmet, and I've played maybe a couple hours in it for a few games, but there's just not enough games to support. There is someone working on full dive technology. In a way, there is someone who is making a fan made Sword Art Online for VR helmets that's pretty darn good. They've been working on it for years, but again, it's just not enough to justify the price of an Oculus for most people. All right, one of you is parked incorrectly on the street. It's probably you. This guy keeps interrupting my shift with story. I don't want story. I want to give out parking violations. I do want to try, though. There is the new Five Nights at Freddy's in VR. The Five Nights at Freddy's on PlayStation 2 VR. I'm going to give that one a try, but we need to move away from, like, every VR company says, we're going to make a VR game, and it's going to be a game where you climb mountains and you use a bow. And, like, I've seen that a million times. I'm sick of the bow and arrow, climb a mountain VR games. We're over that. We're past that. Yeah, Project Einkrad in VR chat. That's the one. VR chat seems to be really popular, but I've personally never really tried VR chat because it seems like it's either A, just a bunch of memes, or B, it's a bunch of children. And I don't see any need for me as a 34-year-old dude to hang out in VR chat with children, so I just kind of avoid that. It's the same thing like with Roblox, right? Like, I know that a ton of children hang out in Roblox, so like I have no need or want to hang out in that place all day. Bubble's here. Good morning, Bubble. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Have you got all your shopping and such done? All right, detective, let's see what we can find here. We got a guy hanging upside down from some hemp plants. It's basically a bunch of alcoholics hanging out in front of a mirror and talking. If you're really unlucky and enter the wrong room, it's furry alcoholics doing the same thing. Yeah, that does not sound like the kind of thing that I want to spend my time on. You know, I've said I have no problem with the furries. You know, I'm not a furry hater or anything, but I have seen what some of those furry group chats look like, and I definitely want no part of that. I have stuffing and potatoes. I need to go to the store this week and get sweet potatoes, and then Whole Foods for marshmallows. I bought my Oculus to play D&D in VR. I would love... Baldur's Gate 3 had such a missed opportunity. Like, you can make custom maps for mods for Baldur's Gate 3, but if Baldur's Gate 3 had launched with a custom campaign maker, like the ability to write your own stories, put your own models in, like do all that sort of thing, Baldur's Gate 3 could have replaced Dungeons and Dragons. They had a legit chance to fully take out Wizards if they had done that right, and they fumbled it so bad. If you haven't seen Tavern Tales, you need to look that up as soon as you get the game. I've seen Tavern Tales, and I've seen a few other like VR. In fact, I ran a full 1 year Dungeons and Dragons campaign in VR using Tabletop Simulator, and it was wonderful. The problem is, like, it's already hard to find 3 or 4 adults who want to play Dungeons and Dragons and can all regularly meet at the same time. And then convincing those same adults to buy a Dungeons and Dragons program is so so difficult. So none of those will ever catch on because it's just so hard to convince four people to meet the same time every single week and buy a $10 to $60 game program. It's never going to happen. And that's a bummer because I love those programs. I love more things that make D&D more immersive and more fun. I just don't think we're ever going to see that catch on. We got a violation up here. This person is parked on the curb. We're going to go ahead and have their car towed and hit them with the ticket. And and the cost of the Oculus. Like, whoa. That cop almost took me out. That was cop on cop violence right there. All right, back to what we're doing. You are on the sidewalk, sir. And your car is getting impounded. Kiddo is reading now. We went to the shops and he's like, what's Macy's? We passed a mattress store. He's like, sleep, because he read the word. So clever. That is so awesome. That is so awesome that he is reading. Not even 4.5. So proud. I remember, like, one of my earliest childhood memories was the first time that I could read all the way through a Berenstain Bears book, and I could not wait for my dad to get home so that I could show him I could read the whole Berenstain book. So, like, that is huge. That right there is going to turn into a that's going to be a whole childhood memory right there. That is wonderful. If you ever want to run a campaign in VR, sign me up. You'll have one regular player. Waiting on a sign up list for the viewer influence campaign. Yes, I have. So what happened was I was trying a few other D&D games, and the problem is I have learned that I am just not meant to be a player in D&D, because I never get to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm always the DM. So when I found out that there was a few games that I could play in, I jumped at the opportunity to play D&D, to actually just play the game. And I've just found out I am not meant to be a Dungeons and Dragons player. I am meant to be a dungeon master, because I get so bored. Like, what's this guy running for? Hey, stop. What are you running for? You're acting suspicious. Why are you running? And I get so bored playing D&D that I end up, like, playing video games and doing other things, because, like, it takes so long, right? Like, I'll have 5 other people playing in the game. Oh, that's why he was running. Got a legal machine gun and a warrant for hit and run. Holy cow. No wonder you're running. So I have discovered that I'm a nightmare player. I am the kind of person you don't want playing any of your games. Whoa, dude. Because I get so bored so fast waiting for everyone's turn. So I'm going to run the game now, because I am just not meant to be a player. Whoa, hit and run. Double hit and run. We love the Berenstain Bears. I was reading to him at Force has been a major goal for him. That is so wonderful to hear. That is so wonderful to hear that he's reading. Especially considering I just saw the state that I am in is like 40th in the United States for reading. Like, we have abysmal reading rates, and it continues to drop down, where we're like, 50% of adults can't read above a 6th grade level, and 25% are like at a 3rd grade level. Like, it is so good to see the kids learning to read, because we need more kids who can read. The kind of player irks my soul. We have a player like that. She doesn't pay attention when it's her turn. She either takes forever or doesn't do anything. And I recognize that. I recognize that it's inconsiderate and bad of me, which is why I'm not playing anymore. Because here's the thing, like especially at lower levels, when you're playing lower levels of D&D, your turn should be like maybe 30 seconds at most. It's I move here, I attack, my turn's over. So when I have players who are taking like 3 or 4 minutes, that means in combat I play for 30 seconds, I move, I attack, I'm done. And then I have to wait like 20 minutes to play my character again. So I get bored and start doing other things because they're taking way too long for everyone else to play. I need more to do. So I need to be Dungeon Master because I need to have the multiple characters and all the angles to move and all those different things, because I simply can't stand sitting there quietly and patiently for 15 minutes listening to everyone else sit there like, what does this spell do? Can I move over here? I guess I'll cast fire. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I understand that's a me problem, and so I am solving that me problem by not playing D&D in random groups anymore. I understand it's rude and disrespectful to the DM, which is why I just bowed out of the game, because I don't want to be that rude and disrespectful guy, right? Like, I want to love Dungeons and Dragons. I just can't. Let's go ahead and impound that car, and another person parked the wrong direction. Let's go ahead and impound this one as well. A lot of how we're teaching reading right now, the program we're using teaches phonetically, so when he's done, he'll already be reading at second grade level. There's 100 lessons. We're at lesson 55. Is that like the actual like hooked on phonics program, like the one you see all the time, or is that like something different than the OG hooked on phonics? Because I remember the hooked on phonics commercials from when I was a kid. So like that program has been around forever and a half. There's some sort of fight going on over here with horribly deadly force. Holy cow. Whoa, they got knives. Back up, back up. It's learn to read in 100 easy lessons. Well, that's easy to remember. That's catchy. Hey, stay back. Yeah, you better surrender. I went down and she was up next to initiative, and the enemy that took me down was after her, low HP. She looks up for her phone, sees she can't heal me because she's too far away, and decides she's useless, so forfeits her turn. Yeah, that's a... That might be grounds for a boot from a table. Like, I understand, like, getting lost in like, okay, I need someone to explain what's going on because, like, there was too much going on. But just saying I don't know what to do, so I'm not even going to run my turn, that is horrible. And I've had that experience too. Like, the one of the first D&D games I went to as a random group, my character got knocked down, and we had two bards, both with healing words, and both of them said, "You know what? I'm going to let someone else heal you." And then my character full on died because they all said, "Well, someone else will heal you, so we don't need to heal you." And they just watched me die, and that was a real frustrating experience when that happened. So it's really frustrating to see how some people play D&D, and they're not there to play like as a team game. They're not there to they weren't there to actually like be a part of the game. They just want to roll the dice and do the things. They don't actually like want work together. That's so frustrating. It wasn't so bad if she wasn't our DM's daughter. It's always the people related to the DM that are the worst. That is factual. All right, we got a lot of body bags to put out here. This was a brutal fight. I'm obsessed with that D&D song, the 3 kobolds in a trench coat, that one, because I love that one. All right, my shift is over. We found 6 parking violations, and we participated in a major shootout. So, you know, that's a good shift. Good shift in my book. We did good by the city. So I am going to run my D&D game now. All that rant was a long way of saying that I tried to be a player. I have learned that I am not meant to be a player, so I will be running my D&D campaign now because my hopes and dreams of playing D&D have been dashed. Look up band short D&D rap edition. Okay. All right, that's a lot of evidence we just caught. Let's get our level up to Police Officer 10. We can now do Drug Crackdown. All right. Let's go catch a big fish. It is time to take on one of the drug kingpins. We're gonna do a major mission here. We're going after Captain Viper Vega. Thinking of a nickname to call Ben. Benny, Bernard, Benward. Benward reminds me of was it Bradward from the new Star Trek series? Which if you haven't seen Star Trek The Lower Decks, that is such a good series. Sounds like you just need experienced players who don't have to think about your turn when it comes around. Here's what I actually need. What I actually need, part of what I love most about Dungeons and Dragons is role play, but I am not an actor. And I prefer to write out everything so that I can really cover in detail like my characters' thoughts and feelings and actions and all that sort of thing. So instead of playing D&D like live with like people talking, I need a Dungeons and Dragons game where everyone is typing and where you have the space and time to type out your characters' actions, their thoughts, their words, their impacts. I honestly, and this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, I think Dungeons and Dragons, most people would enjoy D&D more if you could actually sit down and have the space to type out your actions rather than just saying, okay, I'm going to walk up and punch that guy, typing out like, okay, this is why my character's thinking about punching that guy. Here's the actions that he's taking to show that he's going in here to punch this guy. Like having a much slower burning buildup like that, I think that would be a much better experience. All right, this guy says cops are all scum, so I imagine this isn't going to go very well for us. Have you seen that YouTube show where it's like The Office and comical, but it's going through the events of Moses in the desert and stuff? Yes, Emmy showed that to me where they're making a Bible The Office, and it was pretty darn good. It is good, definitely worth a watch. All right, I wasn't paying attention to the story, but I did see that they all want to fight me now. So let's go ahead and bust out the big guns. We are doing proper police work here. Had several nicknames over the years. Benjo, Benjamin, Benjamin, like jamming out, and Benny in the Jets. Whoa, leave my partner alone. Dudes, you're being a little rough with my partner. Holy cow. Use appropriate... The guy was coming at me with a knife. How was that not appropriate force? He was coming at me with a knife. What do you think of the new Telltale game Dispatch? You know, I haven't tried it. I've heard good things about it, but here's the thing. Telltale games really don't excite me all that much once I realize that there's not really a game in there. It's just a couple choices and no real outcome. Like the Telltale games don't really excite me that much anymore. Maybe not for your stream. Probably not. I mean, this game's probably not for my stream either, as I'm here gunning down these people. But oh, I guess he didn't have a knife. That's why he didn't need a shotgun to the face. All right, let's go ahead and arrest this guy. He had his whole gang shoot at me, so let's book him. Burt Wachowski. What do you got on you, Burt? A puzzle cube? Dude has a Rubik's Cube on him. Watched Predator's Badlands last night. How was it? I was super hyped for that movie. And then I watched the new Predator on Hulu. And it got so boring so fast that I kind of lost faith in the Predator movies. Because, like, here was my problem with the Predator movie on Hulu. Was that every person managed to beat the Predator. And, like, isn't the whole story of Predator that the Predators are, like, the ultimate warriors? They go around the universe seeking out advanced life forms to fight because, like, they're, like, the ultimate hunters. And if random humans in the 1950 can beat the Predator, like, is he really that advanced if a World War II human can take down the Predator? And I kind of like, okay, if the Predator is supposed to be his ultimate hunter and just a random human can beat him, what's the point of watching Predator if every person is just going to kick Predator's butt? So I kind of lost a lot of hype for Predator after watching that Hulu Predator special. And I get that Predator's supposed to be like the bad guy and I'm not supposed to root for him, but at the same time, like, at least give the villain some teeth, right? If the villain has no chance of winning, there's no point in watching the movie, right? It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't consider it canon. If you know anything about the lore, they kind of do something that contradict their codex, but if you don't care, I know zero Predator lore, so that's not a concern. All right, let's interrogate this guy. Oh, he's got a little bit of a mouth on him. All right, we put another criminal behind bars. Look at us, Super Cop. We have made the streets a little cleaner, a little better today. Good job, chat. All right, we've got time for one more patrol. I think we do. Let's go on foot in Little Italy. The movie I am most excited for, though. What is this game? Anyways, this is The Precinct. It is a cop simulator. This one's about, it's 100% about this younger predator named Dex. He's the weakest in his clan. It's about him trying to redeem himself and earn his cloak. What a daring story they're going for. Where have I heard that a million times? Speaking of stories, though, yesterday I started watching, Amazon Prime has a new Batman TV show up called The Bat Fam. And I've said this before. I've said that we have too much Batman. The new Bat Fam it might be the worst abomination of Batman I have ever seen. The art style is ugly. The story is so lame. I'm sick of Batman. Have you seen the new Alien movie? I have never... This is going to be embarrassing. I have never seen any Alien movie at all. I've never seen the original Alien. I've never seen Alien versus Predator. I have never seen any Alien movie at all. So it's just Batman. Everyone's still dead. No, it's Batman is retiring, and Damian Wayne, who I hate. I hate Damian. I'm sick of Damian also. Damian is the little Batman getting into little Batman trouble. And then one of Batman's villains fell into Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus pit and became a child again. So basically he's adopting a bunch of children and running an illegal orphanage out of Wayne Manor. It's awful. Not worth watching. I don't care for Alien movies after Prometheus. I want to see the original Alien movie still, you know? I've heard that the original Alien with what's her name? Ripley or Ridley or whoever. I've heard that one's really good. So I really want to go see... I want to see that movie. The original Alien I've heard is so good. I want to see that one. All right, we're on foot patrol here. Let's find some crime. Ma'am, you look like you're up to no good. Whoa. All right, my cop instinct was correct. She is up to no good. What are you running for? Why are you running? She's anxious. She pushed me, so that's assaulting an officer. She's going to jail no matter what. Clean ID. Ah. That's why she ran. All right, possession of narcotics, assault, evading arrest. That's why you trust your cop instinct. Even though I'm pretty sure that was a Constitution violation there, where I just randomly decided to search her. We still caught a dangerous criminal, you know? So this person's looking pretty suspicious. What are you doing back here? Sitting in an alleyway, smoking. Who does that? Clean ID, cassette, magazine, newspaper. All right. Sorry, ma'am. You're free to go. What's crazy is the Alien movies are canon in the Predator movies, but in the Alien movies, the Predators do not exist. The only reason why is because in Predators 2, the props team thought it'd be cool to put an alien skull in the background. The studio decided to make them canon, thus gave birth to Aliens Predator. You're going to be late to a meeting. Okay. That's suspicious. Steven, why are you late to a meeting? Were you too busy doing drugs? Wanted for vehicular homicide. Whoa! That cop instinct, did you see that? Did you see how I saw that he was late for a meeting and I knew that people are only late to meetings if they're up to crime and no good? You heard it here first, folks. If you're late to a meeting, it's because you're a criminal. So we're going to go ahead, possession of an illegal weapon. We're going to go ahead for evading arrest and assault. And we're going to add on vehicular homicide. Never be late to a meeting. Now you know. Let's look for some other suspicious stuff here. Saw a hit and run the other day. I got it on camera like World Star. I don't know what it is. It feels like ever since COVID, I know a lot of people have been saying this, but ever since COVID, it feels like more people are running red lights, doing hit and runs, and doing like vehicular crime. Like I feel like ever since COVID, people have gotten to be way worse drivers. I can't back that up with evidence, but I feel it in my bones. This person's got a gang shirt. Maurice Conrad, you're associated with a gang. What are you doing here? All right. Maybe take off the gang shirt. This guy parked in a visitor's parking spot, a building, which is a legal spot. Tow truck came and tried to take him away because before he was in a loading zone, but he moved the car. Ma'am, you're walking suspiciously slow in the middle of the street. Library card, cassette, cigarettes. All right, you're clean. I'm pretty sure you can't tow someone because they were parked illegally. I'm pretty sure they have to be currently breaking the law for the tow truck to actually be able to do anything. The tow truck tried to take the car, abandoned the tow, leaving the car half out of the spot, making a thin space that cars can pass through. That tow truck is in some serious trouble then. All right, this person's wearing a gang sweatshirt. ID is clean. All right, you're clean. I don't know. You're wearing gang stuff though. It's a little suspicious. Little sus, as the kids say. The car swiped the whole length of the passenger side, leaving a deep scratch, and then drove off. Who's at fault and what to degree? I think I am not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that even if someone is parked illegally, you're still responsible for hitting their vehicle. So I would say the tow truck probably has some liability, but ultimately the hit and runner is probably at fault there. What is the 6-7 thing I keep seeing? According to TikTok, The 6-7 thing is demonically influenced. So, if TikTok is to be believed, it is demonic. What it actually is I'm pretty sure it's just a nonsense meme, just like the bacon narwhals at midnight, or Charlie in Candy Mountain. Like, for all the people who get upset about kids saying 6-7, how guilty are you of doing like Candy Mountain, Charlie, Candy Mountain, or badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Like, it's just the same and as nonsensical, right? Like, we all are guilty of our silly brain rot that we got on board of. So is 6-7 annoying? A little bit, but is it any worse than either of those? I don't think so. ChatGPT said the tow truck is 70% liable because they have a duty and not leave an obstruction in traffic, and the car that hit the parked car could seek damages. That sounds about right. Candy Mountain, Charlie. All right, ma'am. You're looking suspicious over here. You're loitering by a newsstand. Let's check that ID. Felony evading arrest. All right. On foot crimes, evading arrest. Let's go ahead and bring her in. All right. One of you is parked in the wrong direction, and the other one of you is parked on the curb. So actually, both of you, you're on the sidewalk, and you're getting a tow. And you're parked facing the wrong direction, and you're getting a tow. Said to seek it through small claims court or have the insurance company go after them for you. That also sounds correct. Our kids saw it. It's always been talking about childhood trauma. A vandal? Not in my neighborhood. Where is this vandal? Yo. Whoa, okay, so he dropped some gang evidence. James O'Sullivan, gang affiliated. All right, well, he's not really doing a whole lot here, so we're just going to hit him for vandalism and issue a fine. That'll be $1,500. Have a nice day, sir. All right, Ben, thanks for hanging out today. Have a great day. That was suspicious, sir. That was a little suspicious. Let's check that ID. Car keys, cash, a book. All right, get out of here. Who else is acting suspicious? Who else can we arrest? Burglary. Let's catch it. Oh, I see them. They got TVs. Drop it. All right, that's one. This other guy went and hid in a trash can. Very, very smart of this guy. We'll never find him in the trash can. Let's frisk him. What is this game? This is The Precinct. All right, Henry Martin. You were evading arrest. You were burglarizing. What else you got on you? A personal stereo, a newspaper, matches. All right, so you made me run, so we're going to go with evading arrest and burglary. Going to jail. All right, who else is suspicious? This van looks a little suspicious. This van is gang affiliated, so we're going to go ahead and have it towed. They can go and get that out of impound for a fine of $500. A mugging? I'm on it. All right, last crime of the night. Let's go stop this mugging. All right, so he's got an illegal weapon. What else has he got? It's Paw Patrol. Is it any good? That is a hard question. If you like repetitive games, yes. Like this kind of game scratches the itch for me in such a good way. Like this right here is basically the entire game. You can do foot patrols, you can do all sorts of different kinds of patrol, but the base gameplay loop is the same thing. Every single game you are going out, catching criminals, arresting them, checking their ID, searching them, doing things by the book. So if you enjoy doing that over and over and over again, you will love it. If you get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, this game will bore you to tears within an hour or two. So it depends on how much you enjoy your simulators. If you really want like the cop experience, this game will give it to you. But if you want like more or Grand Theft Auto, something always to do, I don't know if you'll enjoy it. Is there much narrative to it? There is a story. The story is fairly it's basic. It's not groundbreaking, I guess I'd say. Like here, I'll show you when I go turn in this evidence. So the story is you just started as a cop and you've got to go out and collect evidence to capture these people you see on screen here. And once you get enough evidence, you go and you arrest them. And then once you arrest them, they give you their boss's name. And then once you arrest their boss, they give you the big boss's name. And then once you arrest them, they give you like the crime syndicate leader. So like it's very, very basic sort of thing where it's just like, oh, you're stopping criminals, but also like, what more do you want out of a cop game, right? Like you're stopping criminals. That's kind of the whole point of a cop game. So what more could you possibly want out of the cop game, you know? There's also there's a decent amount of customization, which is nice. There is this is the start of each day. I can go after this boss. I can choose to do a foot patrol at night. I can choose to do meter mating, or I can do urban cleanup and resolve 10 crimes. So You get to choose how you want to start your day, or you can do a custom shift where it's like, okay, I want to do toe detail and I want it to be a 24-hour shift. Like you can really do a lot of things like that. So as long as you enjoy that, there's some good narrative, there's some good things to do. Let's do an on foot patrol, and then like if I go over to the armory, we can change our equipment. You can see like I got a shotgun right now, but I can change that out for like a pistol. We'll equip our pistol. We'll swap the taser out for a fire extinguisher. And then we can go over to the locker room. So there's some things we can put on, like tow truck overalls. Change our hat to the 8-point cap. We'll put on some dark sunglasses. So there's a little bit of stuff there. And then there is a whole level up system. So you can see like I've got more energy here. You got a riot van. So there's a lot of stuff. There's also this. There's like a Riddler. There's a whole Riddler like section here where someone has stolen a bunch of stuff from the museum, and you've got to find his tips throughout the city with clues and things like that. There's also illegal street racing. So there's enough to the game that, again, if you enjoy grindy, doing the same sort of things, I think you'll enjoy it. If you're not all about that grind, I don't think you would enjoy the game, but it's pretty good. And I will do my custom pitch here. And I only do this pitch because I truly believe in this service. So this isn't Waffles the sellout. This is Waffles trying to actually save you money. If you want to try video games and you're not sure about it, Gamefly still exists. For $20 a month, you can rent games from Gamefly. That's how I got this game. So rather than paying full price for it, I rented it. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to play it for a few days. I'll send it back and I'll rent the next game. I got Donkey Kong Bonanza on rental right now too. So if you want to try games and you're not sure about it and you have a way to play rentals such as like a PS5 or an Xbox or a Switch that takes actual like cartridges, check out Gamefly. You can rent games for cheap and enjoy them without having to pay full price for games. It is such a good service. And again, I only say that because I truly believe in Gamefly. They are a great company to rent games from. I've saved, I did the math, I've literally saved thousands of dollars on games that I've played that I've absolutely hated and returned because I did not want them at all, rather than having to buy the game and try it. So I'm a PS5 gamer in the UK. I don't know if they're in the UK. That is one I don't know for sure. So it might be a United States exclusive, but game rental, we need more game rentals. Back when Redbox would rent games too, like renting games needs to make a comeback. Paying $70 for a game that turns out to be absolutely awful is one of the truly awful experiences in life. Protein Shake lives in the Hollow Knight Hive. I do like my background. However, unfortunately, I have run out of time for streaming today. I need to go get to work and do, my actual job. So this is where we are going to leave off for the day. So, unfortunately for those who just joined, you caught me at the end of my stream. It is time for me to go do my actual day job. So, like always, we are going to end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue to pray for all those who are hungry, all those who don't have enough food, water, shelter, whatever they're lacking. Lord, help us to provide for them. We pray for all the victims of war, all the people who've been displaced for their home, all the people who don't have a home, all the people who had to flee their country and culture because of war. Lord, help them and help our politicians to bring about an end to war. We pray for all those who are struggling with mental illness, all the people who've run away from home, all the people who don't know where home is, all the people suffering from dementia or whatever mental illness is ailing them. Lord, help them. As Thanksgiving comes up, we pray for all the families who've been divided by politics, all the families who've been divided by current events. Lord, help to mend those families. And finally, we pray for all the souls in purgatory, all the souls who've been forgotten, all the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're new here, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So if you'd like to catch the next stream, I will be here on Wednesday. Thank you, as always, for hanging out. Gary with the 10 pounds. Thank you so much for that. What a way to end the stream. Thank you, Gary. I truly appreciate that. I'll be live again on Wednesday. I also post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays usually. Right now I have some ARC videos. I have a World of Warcraft video coming up next. So if that's something you're interested in, check out that for more Waffles. I also post shorts daily. So thank you for the funds. Thank you for the likes and subscribes and all that. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me today. It really does make my morning, and I will see you all again on Wednesday morning. Have a blessed day, everyone.